All right, guys, balance changes just dropped. Let's just talk about them. Let's just talk about them. I also didn't talk about the new season because I was busy yesterday, but I'm gonna talk about that as well. So let's just jump into it. Here we go. All right, so first one on deck. I'm gonna start with the vanguards and then work my way down the line. So the first one is Captain America. So his output is getting a slight downgrade. So they're removing the team up anchor bonus. 5% damage boost, so he's still gonna be Captain didn't get changed that much. He's just gonna have slightly reduced damage. I think the team up still exists, but he's just gonna have slightly less damage. So okay, all right, let's move on to the Sorcerer Supreme here. So Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme is now casting faster, but he's trading a bit of survivability for offensive mystique. Reduce Maelstrom of Madness cooldown from 8 to 6. Reduce base health from 600 to 575. Now this is interesting because I watched the dev vision yesterday, right? And I thought, because I could have sworn they said they were gonna give him more damage, but maybe I was just hearing things. But yeah, so it's like it's more of a balancing actually, because they're reducing his health. So instead of him having 500, he's gonna have 575 again. Or and then they're gonna reduce the cooldown. So for 8 seconds to 6 seconds is actually kind of disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. So he's gonna be able to use the Maelstrom of Madness, I believe, is his E, so he's gonna be able to pop his E more often and release the darkness. Okay, and then we have Emma Frost. The White Queen's control and survivability are getting a little less unbreakable. Increase diamond form cooldown from 15 seconds to 18 seconds, and reduce telepathic pulse energy gain when hitting shields from 10 to 5 seconds. Okay, so the diamond form, okay, so it's gonna take a little bit longer for her to activate her diamond form, so you have to, you know, strategically use that a little bit better instead of it being as spammable, I guess. But I could have sworn, dude, Emma keeps getting these nerfs. It's so funny to me. Emma keeps getting these nerfs and then she's still banned. Like I think this is like the third or fourth nerf that they gave to Emma, and people are still banning her, dude. Like every game, like I rarely get to play. I love playing Emma, but I rarely get to play her because she's just always getting the ban hammer, bro. She's like perma-banned for some reason. Now I know she's like the strongest tank in the game, but guys, come on, let me play Emma sometimes, you know. Let the Emma mains play Emma. Oh my god, dude. All right, now Thor, the God of Thunder's ultimate is getting an upgrade. More speed, new stun, greater bring the thunder. Okay, increase movement speed during the ultimate ability from 600 to 700. Okay, so he'll have more mobility when he's ulting. And then after ultimate ability lands, stun surrounding enemies for 1 second. That's actually disgusting. So he's gonna have a CC now, which is kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie. And the last tank on the list, Penny Parker. Enemies caught in Penny's webs are in for a stickier situation, and her ultimate ability just got slightly more threatening. So Spider Drone new effect now slows hit enemies by 8% for 2 seconds. Each hit stacks the effect and resets the slow period, stacking up to 40%. And reduce Spider Drone release interval during ultimate ability from 0.7 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So I believe, okay, so I believe this, I don't really play much Penny Parker, but I believe the spider drone effect is the spiders that are in the nest, right? So if you step in the nest, I think the spiders hit you and they slow you for 8% for 2 seconds, and then they stack. So if they hit you again, then it can stack up to 40%. So you get 40%, so almost, yeah, 40% reduced movement speed when you're in her webs. Okay, and it's a new effect, so I guess it wasn't there, that's not a thing before. And then it reduces the spider drone, reduce spider drone release interval during ultimate ability. Okay, so I guess and the second thing is when Penny's ulting, she's gonna be able to spam one of her abilities even quicker. So it's from 0.7 to 0.5 seconds. Okay, interesting. All right, guys, now let's get into the meat and the bones. Let's get into the meat and the bones right here. So we have duelists. We have Black Panther. So T'Challa's survivability after striking a marked enemy is now less kingly. Reduce bonus health gained when striking vibranium marked enemies with Spirit Rend from 30 to 25, and reduce base health from 300 to 275. Okay, so he's getting a little bit of a nerf. He's gonna get less over health whenever he hits someone with the dash, and he's gonna have reduced health like overall. Okay, now for Blade. The Daywalker's sword just got a little sharper. More melee damage for those who hunt in the night. So they're increasing ancestral sword damage per single slash from 22 to 24. So maybe this buff, although it's very slight, maybe this one he'll have a little bit more survivability, because I know people were saying that because they did buff his lifesteal, but that wasn't the problem. They're saying he needs more damage overall, so that the more damage correlates to more lifesteal equal better character. So they increase his damage, so we'll see what's going on for the next season. All right, next one on the list, Moon Knight. Mark Spector's blade is now Moon Charge for maximum chaos. Moon Blade now holds up to 2 charges, each taking 6 seconds to recharge. I assume that's his right click, right? The one where he throws the his heavy hit. I think I don't really play much Moon Knight, so I don't know, but I assume that's what it is. All right, and then Psylocke, size burst damage has been slightly dialed back, decrease the retrieve damage of wing shurikens per hit from 12 to 8. Okay, so she's gonna have less damage on her right click. Okay, interesting. All right, Scarlet Witch, Wanda's survivability and ultimate are getting a magical upgrade. Can now be healed by teammates during Mystic Projection. I've actually wanted this since season 0 because it annoys me, right, when my Scarlet goes invis and I can't heal her. Like if I'm playing healer and my Scarlet goes into her thing, she can't be healed, which is super annoying. So now she'll be able to be healed because I think Cloak can still be healed during their invisibility, and Invis can be healed low-key. Everyone can be healed basically, but I guess I don't know, because it's a little bit different because they're invisible but not invulnerable, but she becomes invulnerable as well. But all right, anyway, increase reality erasure damage from 800 to 9,999. Oh wow, so she can just insane. It doesn't even matter anymore, because I remember there were some clips where Venom, he can get like a bunch of overshield with his ult and with like rocket amp and stuff, and basically Scarlet Witch wouldn't be able to kill through it. But now she doesn't care. Now Scarlet Witch doesn't care about overshield, guys. It's over. She does basically 10,000 damage, so it's like it's a definite insta kill now. Okay. And new effect now pulls in nearby enemies within 15-meter radius during cast charge, max pull speed up to 2.4. That's actually kind of crazy. Hold on, Scarlet Witch is getting Scarlet Witch got an overall buff. Holy crap! So she's gonna be able to be healed when she's in her E. Her ult is a guaranteed one-shot now, and it pulls people in, so you can't just like run away as easily. That's crazy. You know what? But this is good because this will force people to actually look at Scarlet Witch to shoot her. Because I hate it whenever a Scarlet Witch is ulting in my games and nobody looks at her. Like dude. So I guess this will force people to now actually look at her, and then so yeah, okay, we'll see. Squirrel Girl, Doreen is less of a menace from afar, so they're reducing burst acorn damage from 110 to 100. Okay, so her overall M1 is gonna get reduced, and increase the hit damage of Squirrel Blockade from 35 to 50, and increase Mammal Bond cooldown from 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, I assume Squirrel Blockade is her right click, right? Because they're increasing the damage, so from 35 to 50, okay. And then the Mammal Bond, I don't even know what Mammal Bond is, honestly. I don't play Squirrel Girl that much, so I don't know. But okay, that's pretty cool. And Winter Soldier, all right, Bucky's getting a handy improvement to his close quarters control. Trooper's Fist new effect, Second Strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies, preventing them from using ability or mobility abilities. Okay, so he's getting another CC. Great. So Winter Soldier is getting another CC, guys. He has the hook, and now he has this. That's great. Just what we needed. just what we needed. All right, guys. I saved the best for last, guys. All right, Magik's getting a complete what's it called? Well, I guess it's not really a buff, like a crazy buff, because here's the thing: they're removing the team up anchor bonus, 15% damage boost, right? So that means she's not gonna have her 15% damage boost. So to compensate, what they're doing is they're increasing the soul sword damage from 65 to 75. Increasing the Eldritch World damage from 45 to 50, increasing Demon's Rage damage per hit from 18 to 20, increasing melee normal attack damage from 30 to 40, and during Dark Child, they're increasing her Eldritch World damage from 35 to 45, and Umbral Incursion damage from 135 to 140. Okay, so basically she's getting a buff on all her abilities, because they're reducing her 15% damage boost. But here's the thing though. They're reducing the charge time required for Magic Slash maximum from 1.8 to 1.2, so that means her right click, it's gonna charge up way quicker, and it's gonna have a new effect. So Magic Slash new effect, projectile now pierces enemies and reduces stepping disc cooldown by 1 second per enemy pierce. That's kind of crazy, guys. That's kind of crazy. So imagine if Groot, I was thinking about this, Groot groups everyone together and then use Sword Slash, right? Because I don't think it even says that it has to be fully charged to actually take that effect, right? So I think you can just right click and it goes through enemies, right? So now it slices through enemies instead of just like stopping at one, which means that I guess it can go through shields now, right? Like even if Strange or Mag has his shield, well, I guess Mag will absorb it, but Strange, I think, because I think it hits Strange, right? It counts as a melee for Strange, I think. So now it'll go through his shield and through multiple people, and it reduces the stepping disc cooldown by 1 second per enemy pierce. That's kind of crazy. I kind of like that a lot. But yeah, Magik's getting a little work done. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the strategies. So Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, Sue Storm's control and ultimate abilities just got a little bit more fantastic. Increase slow effect to enemies passing through Guardian Shield from 30% to 35%. Increase invisible boundary healing per second from 165 to 180. And new effect slows enemies within range by 20%. Okay. So, I think this was needed, honestly, because Invis Woman, I feel like Luna, the strongest healers in the game right now are Loki, and obviously Loki and Luna, right? And Invis, man, I feel like she's good, but her ult definitely needed the buff, because too many times were people getting killed through her ults and so forth. So I feel like this is 100% needed, but yeah. All right, so for Loki, less damage, healing, and ultimate ability active time for the God of Mischief. Okay, reduced illusions damage and healing ratio from 100% to 80%. Okay. Reduce God of Mischief, his ultimate shapeshift period from 15 seconds to 12 seconds if using an active duration ability. Example, Luna Snow's ultimate ability. Reduce shapeshift residual period after the ability ends from 5 to 3 seconds. Okay, so when he copy, it looks like when he copy, so his overall healing is getting reduced actually. The illusion, or his illusion rather, his illusions damage and healing is getting reduced, right? And his ultimate ability, so when he copies someone, he can, you know, he can use their whole kit. So when he copies someone, instead of having 15 seconds to use their kit, they only have 12. And then once active, wait, if using an active, okay, yeah, so once using, after he uses a healer ult, then it reduces the shapeshift residual period. So I guess after, I think after you use an ult, you still have 5 seconds left to use their kit. So I think you're only gonna have 3 seconds now. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. But yeah. Okay, Jeff the Land Shark. Oh guys, I'm excited for this one actually. All right, listen. So Jeff's ultimate leaves a healing pool after use. Dive in for some aquatic rejuvenation. Its Jeff's ultimate ability now leaves an 8-meter radius healing pool at the point of activation that heals allies within range by 100 bursts per second. Healing pool lasts for 8 seconds, so that's 800 healing overall during the duration. Guys, listen. I like this a lot. I like this a lot because there's too often where there's a Jeff, because I feel like Jeff's ult is very map specific, right? If there's a map that you can't throw people off, it's not really worth it, to be honest, to be using Jeff, right? And I know a bunch of people like playing Jeff. I've come to accept that, but but now even if they do want to use it on that map, it does have a healing now, so that's you know, that's a W. So we're probably gonna see more Jeffs now. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine just texted me. He's like, bro, I'm lording Jeff next week. I'm like, you know what, go for it, buddy. All right, Luna Snow. All right, Seo, I'm probably gonna butcher that, but ultimate ability duration is getting cooled down. See, we do nerf her. Okay. Reduce Fate of Both the Worlds duration from 12 to 10 seconds. All right, guys. So instead of 24 seconds, nothing ever happens. It's gonna be 20 seconds and nothing ever happens. Okay, so a little bit shorter. All right, that's fine. Okay, so Mantis gets a little bit more slippery. Movement boost from Nature's Favor now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of instantly disappearing. So okay, so I didn't know this apparently, but Mantis, I knew she had a movement boost, right? But I had to look it up. So Mantis has a movement boost, right? Whenever she hasn't been hit for over 3 seconds, I believe. So what this is saying, from what I'm understanding, is Nature's Favor now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of it instantly disappearing. So after she gets hit, instead of her movement speed being ended, it decays over 2 seconds. So basically she gets hit, she has 2 seconds of being able to still move, and then it hits to 0, and then I guess after the 3 seconds she'll get the boost back again. Okay. Alright, Ultron's ultimate now deals extra pain. No defense is too strong for the AI Overlord. Okay, ultimate ability, new effect deals 125% damage to bonus health. Okay, so if you have overshield, so that's gonna be good against like rocket ult and stuff. If you have overshield, he'll do some more damage. I think he can damage rocket's ult when he's doing it. Okay, pretty cool. Ultron gets a little buff right there. All right, guys, so the team up abilities. All right, so what's being removed is the dimensional shortcut. So the magic anchor is gone. We talked about that earlier. So now, okay, so Arcane Order. Magik joins the order and unlocks the new magical chain of, oh boy, Sidorak ability through her team up with Doctor Strange. Okay, so I saw this in the trailer. So basically she can like create 2 discs around 2 people and it brings them in, which I think will make for some crazy new combos. Because you can bring people in and like whirl dash into them, because I think it also does a little bit of damage as well. So I think you can do a one-shot combo with this. You can whatever at C, right, for the team up ability. So you can probably C, whirl dash in, and then get an instant pick on one of the healers if you do it quick enough so that they can't react. But okay, we'll see that. Gamma Charge. Black Panther joins the Gamma Fund and gains the Gamma Vibranium armor ability through his team up with Hulk. So I saw this in the dev vision as well. So BP, whenever if he's teamed up with a Hulk, whenever he whenever he takes too much damage and his health like drops to a lower threshold, it'll pop a Gamma Shield for him basically. And okay, new Divine Armory, Angela and Thor. So as a team up anchor, Angela gains 100 health. Thor gains the new Thunderstrike Pike ability from his team with Angela. You know what that reminds me of? Because I saw that in the yesterday, and it reminds me of like a BP. Like Thor literally becomes like a pseudo BP because he throws a spear and he can just dash to it, which is pretty funny to me. But yeah, and then Arcane Order. So it looks like the arcane magic is getting a bit weaker for Scarlet Witch. Reduce the sorcery surge explosion damage upon hit from 12 to 6. So I think that's a team. Well, it has to be the team up if it's the team up section. So yeah, I guess the Scarlet Witch team up is getting a little bit of nerf to compensate for her ult being a little bit stronger, being able to one shot and pull people in closer for more like guaranteed picks with their ult. Okay, but yeah guys, that's all the balance changes for that's all the balance changes and the team ups for the new season looks like. I haven't seen, I think there's some leaks for the battle pass and stuff, but I haven't. But let's talk about Angela. I haven't talked about Angela yet, right? So Angela, she looks kind of she looks like she's gonna be a flying tank, right? She looks like she's a huge hitbox. So it looks like she can do melee when she's on the floor. I think she uses her axes when she's on the floor, and when she's in the sky she uses her spear, and her ult looks like she throws like a spear down which has health bars, so I think Phoenix can destroy it with her ult, and she can slam into it, and it looks good. Angela looks good, guys. Next Lord right there. Next week Friday, oh boy, I can't wait to pull another all-nighter, bro. I can't wait to play the hell out of Angela. But yeah, and then Daredevil, that's right, I forgot to mention Daredevil is going to be the second hero, so you know they release it in season 4.5, probably is gonna be Daredevil. So what do you guys think Daredevil is gonna be, by the way? I think because some people are saying DPS, but I think some people are saying even tank, but I think he might be a support, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I think in the trailer he had like he could surround like Angela in like a mist and like blind her maybe, so maybe that's alluding maybe he's gonna be like a support, but he's gonna be like an off support where he does like I don't know how he would provide healing, but definitely I can see him providing like blindness to the enemy, or like shrouding his teammates or something. I don't know how they would make it. I don't know how they would make it. I mean, logically speaking, it would make sense for him to be a DPS, but would they really drop another DPS after dropping 2 DPSs last season? I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the balance changes, the team ups, the new characters, anything. But yeah, if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.